This is American Family Broadcasting, WAFF Channel 48, Huntsville, Decatur shows. Now, with today's top stories, Tom Kennemer, Holly Sherwood, meteorologist Bob Barron, and Mark Thornhill with sports. This is WAFF 48 News.
Proration hits Alabama A&M University again today.
This time in the form of salary cuts for remaining employees. Good evening, everyone. I'm Holly Sherwood.
And I'm Tom Kennemer. Sources say staff members at Alabama A&M University received memos today from Interim President Dr. Alan Keyes.
In the memo, employees were told of salary cuts effective today.
Well, run for the border now, don't miss this. Taco Bell's got tacos for 39 cents. New snack size, come on in. New Fiesta menu, just 39 cents. Tacos and burritos in a new snack size. They call them Fiesta, once again that price, 39 cents. Bubba, you heard me right.
You heard me right.
Well, Fiesta burrito, Fiesta taco, Fiesta soft taco, yes indeed-o.
39 cents.
Run for the border, come on in, cause Taco Bell's done it again.
Certainly scare a lot of folks from the Gulf Coast, but they've had a lot of rain down there, so they're probably staying away.
Things are brightening up. If you're headed to the Gulf Coast this coming weekend, you're going to see quite a bit of sunshine.
Good.
We see a bit of sunshine, we see some cloud cover, and we've seen a perfect example of some localized weather events. We're out playing a little bit of tennis today, and it rained a few drops on us, and I looked westward or eastward toward the mountains, couldn't see a thing for the heavy rain. Came into work, over an inch of rain in our rain gauge, and that's about the way it was across the area. If you got rain, you got quite a bit of it. We'll show you where it was, where it is now when we continue. Right now, let's take a look at our current conditions. 84 degrees Huntsville, Decatur, thanks to the cloud cover. It's 88 in the Shoals, and a 100th of an inch of rain officially, just depending on where you were, though.
Bob Barron's forecast is certified by the American Meteorological Society.
And the forecast calls for continued hot and muggy, but tomorrow we'll see a few less thunder showers around than we've seen today, which were actually a few less than yesterday. We're going to gradually dry out just a little bit. First off, our Cooperative Weather Observer Net checks in, and I got to tell you, the best rain reports we've had right here at our studios. 1.01 inches of rain this afternoon. Elsewhere, very little rain hitting those official rain buckets. We saw readings overnight that ranged mostly in the upper 60s, with afternoon highs that ranged generally in the upper 80s, although a few spots did manage to get into the low 90s this afternoon. Heaviest rainfall amount, Crossville, Collinsville area, with 1/3 of an inch the past 24 hours. It has been raining in that area this afternoon. We'll show you, first of all, our first strike lightning detection system. It pinpoints exactly where the active weather is, and you can see that in Franklin County near Red Bay, we are seeing an active thunderstorm at this hour. As a matter of fact, that's the only real activity that we're seeing across the area. The burgundy represents where the thunderstorm activity was earlier this afternoon. That's right over our studios. Here's another area of active weather in southern DeKalb County. Now, as we put the radar into motion, you can see, first of all, the showers over Crossville and Collinsville kind of sitting there all day, and you can see this one thunderstorm cell developing in the extreme western portion of Franklin County. Elsewhere across the area, just light sprinkles generally, and we're going to continue to see that pattern come tomorrow. One area of disturbed weather developing along this little trough line, and there's another area that's responsible, or been made responsible by a low pressure center located up to the north of us. You can see the afternoon heating did serve to set off some fairly active thunderstorms, particularly in the Carolinas, which are now under flash flood watches. But for our neck of the woods and westward, it was kind of spotty, and we expect that pattern actually to continue come tomorrow. You can actually see the counterclockwise flow around that low pressure center as it continues to get pushed slowly to the north. There's a ridge of high pressure building in. You all have heard of the Bermuda High. It's going to continue to exert its strength over the next couple of days, and as a result, we're going to be seeing a little bit less in the way of cloud cover. And you can see that on our three-dimensional view, there's quite a bit less today than there was yesterday. Well, what do you expect tomorrow? Let's take a look at tomorrow in motion. Over the next 18 hours, we'll continue to see low pressure center and trough line that kind of sits on top of us. It will serve as a basis for some scattered thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon. You'll see some towering clouds developing, and particularly to the west of us. And then showers and thunder showers developing late in the day, particularly to the north and west. although activity will be a little bit more limited than today. Now, overnight tonight, temperatures will be where they've been for the last 7-8 months. Maybe not quite that long. 70 degrees, though, and dew points will be right around 70 as well, so it'll be hazy, a little bit of patchy fog about in the morning hours. Afternoon temperatures tomorrow, because of the cloud cover, will probably hit only the upper 80s. Here's the rest of the country. We saw 60s and 70s generally east, 40s and a few 30s across parts of Nevada. There were actually a few record lows in northern California and western Nevada the past 24 hours. Pattern isn't going to change very much. It will remain sultry across the entire eastern half of the country. The most active weather once again today in the Central Plains. I got a feeling that this is going to be one of the most active summers on record for the Central Plains. They were reporting golf ball size hail in parts of Kansas, gusty winds around thunderstorms in parts of the Dakotas, and overall some pretty tropical activity across the southeastern portion of the country. Here's what you can expect as we head into the coming weekend. I've drawn partly cloudies each day. Now, that's not to say that you won't see a shower, but they'll be a little bit less than we have seen about. And temperatures in the upper 80s to right about 90 degrees. Is there a certain sameness to all of this? By the way, you know, tomorrow is the official beginning of summer.
Whoa.
It seems like it's already been properly bannerized
so, yeah.
for the last several months. But officially tomorrow, summer begins.
Okay, we'll look forward to it, Bob.
Thank you very much.
I really think that American Heart Association has a really vital message for the general public. 47% of all the people in Madison County this year will die from heart-related disease. There are so many myths about whether your cholesterol is at the right level or whether this is good for your diet or this is not. And I think that the main thing we can do is educate. And to me, that's real rewarding to know that if we reach one person and we improve their quality of life, we've done something.
Mountain Dew salutes those in the valley who take the time to care.
The Time to Care partners, Lynn Layton Chevrolet Geo, McDonald's, the Furniture Center Thomasville Gallery, and Mountain Dew proudly present this primetime special. How many Americans are really willing to take a stand and fight for their beliefs? Can one person really make a difference? Sunday, June 30th at 7, the true stories of 5 women taking extraordinary steps to fight for the causes they believe in. Don't miss Fire in Their Hearts, hosted by Richard Dean Anderson, Sunday, June 30th at 7 on WAFF 48.
They are, very much. And of course, on display at the Huntsville Museum of Art. That's our newscast for now. Thank you for watching.
Good evening, everyone. The President of the United States and the President of Russia together at the White House. This is a tricky new time in American relations with Moscow.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. Reporting
complaints, they put them on computers, and they also give parents better instruction on the questions to ask and the things to look for when you visit a child care facility. So call them if you have any questions, and don't forget to watch 2020 tomorrow night. I'm Diane Sawyer in New York. Good night to you, and good night, Sam.
Good night, Diane. I'm Sam Donaldson in Washington. Don't forget to join us again next week for another edition of Primetime Live.
This has been Prime Time. For transcripts, send $5 to